That's the number one reason wedding vendors leave the industry. They just can't handle the pressure and they can't handle the feedback. 9 times out of 10, they're stressed, they're burned out, and they're bitter. Welcome to another episode of Insightful. My name is Marcus Theodore. Now, today, conflict resolution. The issue that we as creatives face is this. You can have 100 people love what you do. And then you have that one client that doesn't, that pushes back on you, that gives you a hard time, and you forget about the 100 and just remember that one, and you lie in bed at night staring at the ceiling thinking of that one person that gives you a hard time. Now, if you have 3 or 4 of those people in a row, then chances are, if you haven't built up a decent backbone, thick skin, and any conflict resolution, you're going to leave the industry. And I've seen over my 25-year career, I've seen amazing creatives come and go, and purely because they've had multiple feedback in a negative way, you know, clients coming at them, and they get burnt out, they get stressed, and they just throw their hands up in the air and just think it's better just to walk away than to kind of work on the business. Every client that pushes back on you, that you have, I don't like this, you haven't done that, you haven't met the brief, what are you doing? We paid so much money for this, and this was the most important thing, and you hear that, this was the most important thing, the thing that you didn't get, or the brief that you didn't meet. So then you really need to think about your business. You need to think about, well, how can I approach it differently? What am I learning here? What am I being taught here? It's really, really important. Like some of the feedback that I've gotten, and it has been unreasonable. It absolutely has been unreasonable. But I look at my business and I look at our contracts and I look at our systems and say, how can I overcome this in the future? What do I need to change? What do I need to adjust? What do I need to articulate, translate in order to make sure that I don't have this moving forward? And slowly but surely over the years, I've built my business on the negative feedback, not on the great feedback, because when you're doing something good, you're doing something good. And to be honest, I'm not really interested in someone coming up to me and go, oh, you've done a great job. It's amazing. And it's lovely to hear, but it doesn't do anything in building my business, because whatever I'm doing right, and I'm going to continue to do that. It's what I'm doing wrong, and with the next generation of couples coming through, things change, needs change. What they want, they're looking for something slightly different. And for you to butt heads and say, no, I'm right and you're wrong, and this is just the way we do things, then you're going to get yourself in a whole heap of trouble. So I would say when a client does come to you, and I know it's really difficult, because it's the one thing that you think about and you feel like it's a personal attack on yourself, particularly when they're being unreasonable. It's not. What you need to do is look at your business and get off the ground, because more often than not, when we're on the ground and we're at street level and everything, all this activity is happening around us, we get caught up in the play. I say get in the elevator, go up to the top story, then look back down, and all that chaos, you're detached from a little bit, so then you can look at it for the way it is. You look at your business, get further away, and if there's issues that you're experiencing at the moment with a client, take a step back and then look at it without emotion. I know it's hard, but look at it strategically. What can I do different? How can I avoid this in the future? If you truly love what you do, and I'm sure when you're doing it, you absolutely do, you're invested wholeheartedly. That's why you get hurt when you get negative feedback. But you've really got to detach yourself a little bit and go, okay, how can I strategically change this? How can I prevent this from happening in the future? Even if the client is unreasonable, even if you feel like it's not justified at all, and there's nothing to change, there always is something to change. There is something that you missed, and there's something that you need to add to your business in order to ensure that this doesn't happen in the future. Because as I mentioned earlier, when you get one of these out of 20 clients, it's okay, you can weather the storm. But when you have 2, 3, 4, or 5 in a row, most vendors that I know have left the industry. They throw their hands up. It's all too difficult. Clients are unreasonable. I don't want to deal with this stress. I would rather go work for someone else. And for me, that's not an option. That's not an answer. You really need to learn what your clients are telling you in order to grow your business. Now, when it's good, it's good. But when it's bad, when you're getting that feedback, it feels like hell. But you need to really take it on board, be a little bit dispassionate about it, and really work out how to build your business. How do I get better from this? Now, I'm Gen X. You can hit me with a car and I'll get up and dust myself off and keep moving and not complain. But this next generation of videographers and creatives and photographers coming through, they're built a little bit different, right? You just need to thicken up, thick skin, and really work on your business, see your business as it is. And that way, when the storm comes, and it will, you'll be able to weather it. Now, I say this with all sincerity, if you are experiencing something that you're having issues with a client, and when you talk to your friends, they're all fairly biased. They're all like, oh, that client is horrible, stay away from them. No, talk to somebody in the industry that's not directly related to you, that has no relationship with you, and they can give you their version of what's happening. Feel free to reach out, in sincerity, feel free to reach out, DM me, send me an email, give me a call. If you're experiencing something that you're having hardship with, you're having issues with, give me a call, bounce off what's happening at the moment, and I'll bring my experience in and best guide you on the way forward and how to resolve the issue that you're currently experiencing. I hope you have found this helpful. It is a topic, and it is a difficult one, but once you overcome it, once you understand it, once you can meet it wholeheartedly front on, and you're able to weather that storm, your business will not only grow, but it will flourish. Thanks for watching. See you next time.